I'm back. It's Lartington Hall in County Durham, just outside of Barnard Castle in Teesdale. Now, if you watched the last video where David Elstob and I were here with John Harper Wilkes, the owner, collecting pieces, going through the hall. Well, I'm back on my own. The lads are here as well, collecting more pieces for the sale at Elstob and Elstob. But I'm going to go meet John again, and we're going to have a look at a few paintings. So, nice little opportunity, I think, to get another sneaky look around the hall. I mean, look at this. It's a winter's day. It's very cold. Gloves are on, but stunningly beautiful. Just take a look at that. Well, I've got to say, John, he is very grand, isn't he? Is he one of your relatives?
Well, he's looking rather German, and I'm not sure my side of German, but yes, he is quite flash with it all, I think.
He is. He's very confident with himself, isn't he? I've got to say. And why not? Dressed in armour like that, I would be.
He bears a remarkable resemblance to a friend I know just in a few villages away.
Really?
Yes.
Does he really? Is that why you bought him?
Absolutely spitting double, one would say, yes.
So, tell me about him. Where did he come from? What do you remember about him?
I think we've had him maybe about 9 or 10 years.
Yeah.
He has been, as you do with kind of big old buildings, we hang things, we take them down, we put new things in the place, and we just keep rotating things around. And this one got put into storage just because we changed the scheme.
Right.
And you didn't quite fit the scheme. So yes, I'm not quite sure where he came from. We did buy him. We bought it from a sale room, probably Anderson and Garland, somewhere like that, in Newcastle.
So, I mean, let's have a look at him. I'm guessing he's 19th century, and then I think, let's have a feel of him. Feels like he's been relined. It feels like a thick canvas. Let's have a look at the back of him, John.
I mean, the frame's quite...
yeah, that looks a fresh canvas. So
fresh canvas, but I think it's just been remounted on fresh canvas.
It has, because if you look at the blocks here, they're nice and early, aren't they?
Yes.
They've got a lovely age to them.
There's some original...
Yeah.
Actually, there's a little number on the back there.
What have we got?
Where does it say come from?
Oh, there you go. Tenants, autumn
Tenants,
sale.
there we go.
Oh, well, that's good for our research.
Well, there we go. Not Anderson and Garland at all.
Okay, fair enough. Well, the autumn sale, so when tenants put their sales on, the autumn sale is a good sale, so it came out of one of their good sales.
Yes.
So I think that's right then, 19th century, restored and then laid onto a fresh canvas. In fact,
it's a solid piece.
Let's have a look at that. Look at that there, John. Can you see?
Yes.
You can see how there's the old canvas. Obviously, it had deteriorated. It's been laid onto a fresh canvas. It's got a real tight stretch. Good thing.
It's a good thing.
Not signed, I don't think, is it?
We didn't find one, but it may be when it was remounted. It may be lost underneath the frame.
Okay, he's a good lump, isn't he?
But he's a good one, and he's quite proud with it as well, I think.
Oh, proud? I've never met a man so proud. Take another look at him, viewers. That's a good cocky look. Right, so what we'll do, we'll agree the estimates.
Yep.
Let you know, and then I'll drop the estimates over the video for anybody interested.
Fab. Yeah, we have a few others as well that I'd like you to have a look at, and I think probably the best way forward, as you say, is give them all to David E. Yeah. And let him appraise them and see what he thinks, and
we'll do that.
And then we can make a decision.
Okay.
Once he's seen them all in dusted, and
let's have a look at that one. What have you got here?
So this is the Lartington version of Whistler's Mother, I think.
Oh yes, okay.
So we don't know the huge amount about it. This one did come from Anderson Garland, but it is, as you can see from the back, it has some age.
It does. Okay, so let's have a look at that back board. So it's painted on a board, and you can see the rough cut marks, can't you, across the board? Later put into an early frame, but not the original frame to it, I'd say.
No.
Okay, Venezia. So it's probably Spanish, I would think, or Italian. What are your thoughts?
I think it's Italian.
Yeah.
We did do a little bit of research, but again, you can never be quite. There's obviously some more.
Yeah.
Narrative underneath the piece of paper there. So whether or not it's
Let's turn it back over again.
Whether or not it's just the kind of the markings of fabrication.
Well,
on the
very
board,
often the case. Very often the case.
then
Yeah.
I wouldn't maybe get too distracted from that, other than
No signature, I don't think.
the materials.
Okay, well, it's a
but-
good size. Not the best topic, I wouldn't have said, in the market today, but it'll clean well.
Oh, the colours! I mean, if you get,
Colours
if you
are good,
get the
actually.
dust off, it's really quite vibrant in colour terms.
Keep the dust on for all. I've got to say, and anyone watching this who knows about auctions, and you do because you've been buying an auction for years.
Yeah, I would say we bought cleverly, or
I think you've done well.
We buy with the heart and not with the mind.
But buying with dust in auction is always a good thing because you don't want it to look like it's just come out of some gallery somewhere where an antique
No,
steel
we buy
can't
things,
sell it.
put them to one side, let them age with dust, and then decide what we might do with them at a later date.
And do you know what, John? You do that so well.
Well, we try. We try.
Okay, so we've got those two. Should we leave that the little one with the big one?
Yeah, we're going to have rather less space to store things in the future, I think. So.
Well, that's good, isn't it? You're having a real change. So, shall we go back into the hall?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'll follow you.
me.
Just a very quick interruption to the video. Do you have something interesting to sell or a big collection? Anything that I can get involved with and help you sell? It can be a single item or a whole collection, antique, a house clearance, something vintage, even a classic car. If you do, get in touch and we can make an interesting, informative and entertaining video for this channel, and you'll benefit because the item or items will go into the right market, the right time, get you the right price. Right, let's go back to Lartington Hall. Are we going the servants'
We've got
entrance?
servants' door, yeah,
I
that's
think
okay.
it's more suitable, I think, isn't it?
All right. Yeah, you know.
Oh yes, I remember this. Lovely corridor, actually. I mean, I'll tell you what, if this corridor could speak, imagine the downstairs behaviour in the house like this. Must have been fantastic.
I would imagine there were a fair few fun stories.
Fun stories,
Fun
I bet.
stories.
I think it's probably more fun living downstairs in those days, actually, than having all the responsibility upstairs.
Well, you see all these kind of Brideshead Revisited and,
Yeah.
and the more modern versions of it.
Yeah.
Without talking about TV programme names. I think half of those TV programmes are based on what happens behind the scenes as opposed to what's happening
Yeah, exactly.
in front of the house.
I mean, in a house like this, there's their own little world going on.
So this is one we wouldn't mind knowing a little bit more about. It is a canvas.
Yeah.
The
we take her off?
the frame is gone,
Go back.
but it has some age.
It does have some age. Any repairs and restorations?
I don't think so. There might. And
Nice.
nose looks a bit suspect.
And nose looks a bit suspect. In what way?
She's got a little bit of a white patch around
Oh,
the
she
nose,
does a bit, doesn't she?
But I don't know if that's an intended shadow. And there looks like there's a small repair somewhere around about here.
Yes, I think so.
But
yeah.
nothing too major.
I think she's more decorative than anything else. I don't think there's going to be any wild value there, and I think you know that. Where did it come from? Can you remember?
A sale room.
A sale room. Okay, so again, it's a 19th century
Yes.
classical-looking thing, but
Yes.
I think let's see what David thinks. But I think it's low value, but has potential for someone to reframe. Right.
So these are two of the ones.
Which one are we going to look at first?
Well, we'll just take them from the top, I think. So, should we go into some light?
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
I don't know if you can see anything on the back of here, but again,
Okay, let's have a good.
some age to the frame.
Let's have a good look at the way this is constructed. So you've got these lovely, very delicate blocks there.
I think
Nicely
there
done.
was a name block on the middle, but it's
It's faded over years, hasn't it? Really well constructed, actually. This frame, nice, good early chain. Okay, I mean,
Let's spin
as
it
you
over.
know, the back of things can often tell you as much as the front. and
I
that-
generally look at the backs before.
Yeah.
If I like the look of something, or my wife likes the look of something, and then we spin it over
Yeah.
and have a little bit more
Good idea.
delve into.
That's it. Well, you're an
Obviously,
experienced buyer.
top tips from you, David, I think.
Well, I think that is a top tip. Always check out the behind.
But this one I think this one has been very cleverly painted.
I think it's been quite heavily lacquered, hasn't it? You can see
Possibly.
the thick kind of restoration work, which is not unusual. Nice frame. Let's have a look at her. Can you lift her up, John, so we can just get a good look at what she might look like on a wall?
Get a bit of light on her.
I'll just get that reflection out of the way. Oh, she is lovely, mine, isn't she? Classical again.
Yes.
Maybe has a continental look to her.
Definitely continental.
Yeah. What do you know about her?
We don't know a lot about it. I think there might have been a small blurb on the sale room narrative, but nothing that gave it away in terms of where it came from and origins. Just in the style of probably.
I think it is. It's a copy of something earlier, I would suggest. But again, what we'll do, we'll let David Elstob do his research, and we'll come up with an estimate.
Yes.
Jolly good.
Then our friend on. Well, actually, I bring the lady in from outside because we do like her.
We've seen him before, haven't we, in the first video?
We did.
Are we going to come back to him?
I'm going to come back.
Okay.
Back in. So. Oh.
Yeah, you hold her up, John. Let's give her a good.
Give her a good
wow!
yes.
Wow! Hello. She's very lovely, isn't she?
Now again, quite similar to the other picture there in terms of the age and the mountain of it as well.
You know, I think it's 19th century in a much earlier style.
Yeah.
Look, let's have a good old look at this. The back. Again, those blocks are nice and thinly cut. Tight canvas. Keep the canvas there, John.
Yeah, we think the lady is Spanish origin.
Yeah. Let's have a look around. Okay. Beautiful velvet
Again,
outfit there.
no names as such.
Okay, she's a really good decorator. You know the market.
Yes.
This is interior decorator market.
Yes.
So no known artist, but an instant ancestor. And in a good house like this, it just looks $1 million, doesn't it?
You need big pictures and big paintings.
You do. Okay.
And the walls can take them. So
over to David Elstob. Let's hear his valuation.
And then we have a chap, so we do know a little bit more about this one. So we believe he was a squire of Harper Hall.
Which is a local house.
Which is a local house somewhere. Let me just remember where this is. Somewhere around the corner of Woolsingham, Crook,
It's
kind of area.
It's Weardale, isn't it?
It's Weardale. It's right on the boundary of Weardale and Teesdale.
Okay.
And I think Harper Hall's now a training academy for the police.
I think it is.
I think it has something to do with the police.
Yeah. Okay. And I think we were talking like 500-700.
Yes, I think that's roughly what we paid around about the 5, somewhere between 5 and 700 for him.
Well, I think
about 10, 12 years ago.
Okay. I don't think he's increased very much, but
no.
I mean, fantastic value for money for anybody at that kind of level.
Yeah.
Anything else? Are we going over there?
We're going to go over there.
I'm just following where you're looking.
So the one that David took the last time, I know he was going to do a bit more research on it, and I think this one comes from the same artist, and there is a signature on this one, but it's just hidden below the frame, and I think.
Okay.
I think we did a bit of research on this one.
What did you come up with?
And the painter was an understudy to is it Canaletto?
Really? Okay.
So he was painting at the same time as Canaletto as a student.
Okay. And where did this one come from?
Oh, again, sale room.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody had. I think the frame had camouflaged the signature, and I don't think anybody had done anything particular in terms of research on it. So I think we did okay on it.
Okay, well what we'll do, we'll get David's painting department onto that one. So we'll take it today, shall we?
Yes.
And then we'll come back to
it. Take all these.
Take them all.
Take all 5, and then we'll make a decision. And
okay.
if we don't think there's a huge value to these, I'd rather just put them back and leave them with the hall.
Fair enough. And what about this one? What do we know? Again, it's very Victorian, this thing, isn't it?
Victorian, but it is an oil, and I know oils do. We just snagged there. So I don't know if there's anything on the back there, David. I haven't looked on the back of this for a very long time.
Where did you buy that one from? Tenants
Tenants
again,
again.
November, same sale. Oh, that's good. Well, that's good for our research.
We obviously did a job lot.
I think you did.
We did.
I love it when you see the original
Shauna's arm must have been stuck in the air.
Must have been. Look, there's the original canvas maker. Isn't that lovely? It's upside down, but it doesn't matter. It's rather
So
nice.
if you've got the canvas maker, presumably you can...
Well, it helps you date it, doesn't it?
Gives you a date.
It does. I mean, that's definitely Victorian.
Victorian,
Very
it is.
fashionable,
It is.
that kind of scene at that time. So that's not going to be a load of money. Can we turn it round again? But again, it's a great decorator.
It's a highland scene, because I can see some highland coos.
Well done. Well, and nicely pronounced as well. Coos, yeah.
Coos. That's my non-German ancestry come through.